Hello, Grade 1 English class. I hope you are all keeping well today. Some of you requested some extra work, and I promised that I would give you the story about amazing animals. So let's start. Amazing Animals is written by an author called Gwendolyn Hooks. Gwendolyn Hooks wrote this story because she loves animals. This story is about wild animals, she explains. I don't own any wild animals, but I do have a pet cat. So let's start the story of Amazing Animals by Gwendolyn Hooks. Please try and follow while I am reading. Big eyes, long beak, thick fur, big squeak. Animals get a lot of help as they grow up. Let's find out about 8 amazing animals. Polar bear. A polar bear has thick fur. Each hair is like a tube. The hair has no color, like glass. The sun makes it look white. How does thick white fur help? Don't worry answering the question now. We'll look at the questions after the story. Thick fur helps polar bears stay warm. The color of their fur looks the same as snow. This helps them hide. Where does this cute young polar bear like to hide? Have a look at the picture. You will see the clue. Next is elephant. An elephant has a long nose. The nose is called a trunk. It takes many years for an elephant to grow 2 big teeth. These teeth are called tusks. Your question is, how do tusks and a trunk help? Let's carry on. Elephants use their tusks to scrape bark off trees. Then they eat the bark. These elephants are learning to use their trunks to get water. Sometimes they will spray water at a friend. Next is camel. Some camels have 1 hump, some have 2. All camels have 2 rows of eyelashes. How do humps and thick eyelashes help? Let's find out. A camel's hump has fat inside. On long trips, a camel's body uses the fat for food. A camel's eyelashes keep out the desert sand. This baby camel will follow his mother when the herd goes from place to place. Next is duck. A duck is a bird. It has 2 feet and each foot has 3 toes. A duck has a beak too. Question: how do feet and a beak help? Let's see how. Ducks use their feet to swim in the water or walk on land. They use their beaks to eat plants and bugs. Look, this duck uses her beak to clean her friend. Next is giraffe. A giraffe has spots. A giraffe has a long neck. Here's our question. How do spots and a long neck help? A giraffe's spots help it hide. A giraffe's long neck helps it reach the leaves of trees. This giraffe's long neck helps her reach her baby. She gives him a big kiss. Our next animal is a porcupine. A porcupine has soft quills when it is born. The quills get sharp in a day or 2. Question: how do quills help? Let's see how. Quills help keep a porcupine safe. If an animal begins to come too close, the porcupine backs into it. The sharp quills hurt. Quills tell this cub to stay away. Our next animal is a turtle. A turtle has a shell that is very hard. Our question is, how does a hard shell help? A turtle can hide inside its shell from an animal that may hurt it. The turtle waits until the animal goes away. Then the turtle comes back out. You're safe now, turtle. Our next animal is a dolphin. A dolphin's tail has two parts called flukes. A dolphin has two flippers. Our question is, how do tail flukes and flippers help? Let's find out. A dolphin flips its tail flukes up and down to swim fast. It uses its flippers to turn to the left or right. These two dolphins swim away fast. Who will be first? Who do you think? Have fun, dolphins. Let's analyze the text. An author, that's the writer of the story, may use words we do not know. We can look at the picture to help understand or figure out the words. Example, what does trunk mean in this section? Look at the story about the elephant. It says an elephant has a long nose. The nose is called a trunk. What does trunk mean? The words long nose and the picture of elephants are clues that tell you the trunk is the longest part of an elephant's face. Another clue is the sentence, the nose is called a trunk. So, what are elephant tusks and how do elephants use their tusks? Please send me a message on Edmodo if you can tell me the answer. Let's analyze some more text. Why do some animals have spots or stripes? Why do you think? That's right, so they can hide away. It's called camouflage. You can't see them. They merge into the landscape or the bush or the trees around them so that predators or animals that want to eat them or attack them can't see them. Let's look at the next question. How do you think the color of their fur helps polar bears? Look at the color of the fur of the polar bear. It's white. What is the color of the snow? It's white as well. So that is also a form of protection, a form of camouflage. You can't easily see a polar bear when you're looking at the snow. Isn't that clever? Let's look at some practice. Page 104 from your student book is about writing a story. This is narrative writing. Every single story has 3 parts to a story. A first part, a middle part, and then how the story ends. You can choose any topic you want to write about. We have had a lot of practice on writing over the last couple of weeks. So choose your topic and tell me what you will write about. It could be anything. It could be your pet. It could be a trip you've taken. It could be your favorite food. Anything on earth you want to write about. Break your story into 3 parts. You'll have a first part of your story where you tell me what you're writing about. You'll have your next part of your story, which will be the middle part, and then you'll tell me how your story ends. Give it a try. I know this is a little bit more difficult and challenging than you usually have, but try. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. The next practice is page 100 and 101. This is a lot easier because you need to read certain pages from the story, which is all in the lesson, and answer the questions. Tell me how you are going to get the answers. In other words, what clues did you use? I hope you enjoy the story. Please let me know if you have any questions. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.